Really thick.
Oh, I'm so knackered.
Come up. Like Greek yogurt.
Should I turn the red light on? Oh, Bill, come on, don't sit there in your underpants.
What?
Oh, it's alright, we can't see anything. It's alright, we can't see anything rude. Oh, dear. Alright, it's alright, they're covered. It's alright, there's Bill in his underpants. Oh, that's nice, isn't it, for a course? We've discussed it, oh well. At some point we've decided, because we're both knackered, is we'll make this film to demonstrate the dowsers, right? Which is those two dowsers. The ones I showed you. Alright, one, it vibrates to, the first one I showed you in the white bag, right? That one vibrates to what spirit mediums call, the mediums, call spirit energy, right? And the other one responds to voice commands, alright? And we've decided that there's no point in showing you this unless we effectively demonstrate it. Bill said tomorrow, and quite honestly, I need a day off, so I said there's no point in demonstrating this unless we can effectively demonstrate that what we're saying is true, okay? And we haven't got a BBC camera crew, so we'll do this to our best ability. As I said, we do the next lot of lectures. Right. I'll put it down on the table. Oh, it's my fault. These lectures are playing on my mind, and I said, I want to do some lectures about the stuff that's in my books. Then I sat up all flipping night, Saturday night. Called Darren at 7 o'clock in the morning. Darren is really, not always, but sometimes he gets off on a tangent, One thing about Darren is he's a very convenient friend when it comes to you can call him at any time and he's about. And he never grumbles you've called him. Most people at 7 o'clock in the morning fly off the handle. Darren was alright about it. So, And then I phoned him up tonight, and he was flying off his handle because he couldn't get onto the William Crawford website and didn't want anything to do with witches. There's no point trying to explain much to Darren, because like most people, he doesn't listen to what you say. And I already told him that about the Jediism thing. He's got this thing about witches, right? So I think he's got the wrong end of the stick here, because obviously he looked at my Rose Jotter website, thought it was something to do with witches. No, it hasn't. No point trying to explain anything to Darren once he's got a bee in his bonnet. What other friends do I have? John Alsop. No, John Alsop was a friend. And he's really brainy, and he lives in Exeter. And Bill gets massively jealous whenever I so much as call him or go near him. Alright, so I call him about every 3 months and have a chat with him. It's always very interesting because he's really clever. And I met up with him a couple of times in Exeter and had a coffee. We had a nice time, didn't we? We met up with John Alsop and had a coffee, Bill. Remember? And we looked at the Maze of Crystals, which is one of my books. And John Alsop's, looking into websites. And there was at some point a possibility I'd get my website and John Alsop would put it back on. But Bill said that's going to cost too much money, so I kind of gone on a seriously back burner that one. But that's just social networking, I always feel like talking to a blank wall, because I went on Twitter when I had insomnia for a while, and I just had this sort of, it didn't feel like you were making friends or having a nice time socialising at all, I mean, I went on Twitter because I just thought it'll keep me occupied at night when I couldn't sleep, and I went through a long period of having insomnia. I mean, I sort of, as I said, didn't kind of feel like making friends or, I didn't much enjoy it. I mean, as soon as the insomnia went away and I found a solution to the insomnia, I stopped doing it. YouTube, I did the Rose Jotter thing, didn't. And then I did the Maze of Madness, which was a website. But as I said, I haven't really made friends as such, or really had a nice time socialising, so I don't know, it's sort of playing on my mind the impulse to do the lectures, because the lectures have to do with what's in my books. And it was playing on my mind so much, I thought, I'll sod it. After all these years of avoiding it, I'll go back to social networking, I'll go on YouTube with the lectures. I had just as bad an experience as I had the last time, thinking it's like, really hard work, spending hours talking to a brick wall, And quite honestly, it really, for me, is nothing to do with real socialising, where you meet a friend or talk to a friend. I don't even like telephones. I'd rather meet someone, if I'm going to socialise, I'd rather meet someone face to face and spend time socialising with them. I always find it's much nicer than trying to get through a telephone or computer. I really do, I mean, I could do a bit more of a social life. But, I've been here in this area, 7 years now, Bill? We've been 7 years? And we're getting to know people slowly, aren't we? I mean, I tried to, through YouTube, get through to people that I sort of knew elsewhere, in other places. But I didn't manage to do that. Sort of renew old acquaintances. I could possibly call some of my friends in France, but what's stopping me there is, I don't want to be whacked for the cost of international phone calls. Enough problems with phone bills as it is. I mean, we see a reasonable amount of people and socialise with a reasonable amount of people, don't we, Bill? I mean, you're very popular around town, aren't you? People talk to you. A lot of people talk to you, yeah. And, I mean, Sean was here today, but he was tired, wasn't he? He didn't want to get involved in computers on his day off. I don't blame him. Well, as I said, in this series of lectures, I'll try to, we'll definitely will make sure that we completely demonstrate the dowsers and how they work, those two dowsers. And don't worry too much. Of course, people think dowsers, that's to do with paganism. Oh, no, it's not. Well, not from my point of view, it's not. I won't bother explaining too much, but it's not. I'm not really into paganism. I'm not into paganism at all. I don't much like paganism or the pagans or what they do. I have nothing personally against paganism, but I don't really like paganism or what they do. I'm a great believer in good intentions and don't really see it there. And that's really probably where my objections to that one come to. So I think when Darren told me, he never listens to anything. You say something to Darren, he's one of these people that you thought he's listened, but he hasn't. He's been busy thinking about something else. And so many people find it hard to actually take on board a message when you say something to them, And as I hadn't mentioned Jediism, no, of course not. I don't think I've mentioned it really to, anyone. No, I haven't, no. It's been something that, between myself and Belle. It's not something you go about saying. As I said, if you're wise, it's not something you go about saying. It's not really. It's a new and budding religion, and religion is a very controversial subject. And even established religions, people have trouble sometimes if they are a particular religion. So look at the Muslims, look at the Catholics. So if in a new budding religion, I would say it's not wise to go about telling everyone that's what you do. And, you see what you see on the internet. People attacking you. Okay? So be discreet, be quiet, and keep a low profile. And don't go about telling everyone that that's your religion and it's what you do. Okay? That's my advice anyhow.